So I'm gonna try to replace the gasket, the O-ring on this pump head that's up inside here. It's on this backhoe. It's in a real nice spot to get to. You can't get to anything. I'm gonna take these lines off. Got this loose. Took these bolts out. Take this off up here. Take this loose. I'm gonna have to take all the lines back here. I'm gonna try to get these, take all these off and get these injection lines where I can slide the pump head back and get that O-ring on and then just put it back in there. So right now I'm just working on getting everything taken loose and try to get in here. It's not much room. I took the hood off just to be able to get a little more room. Take some of these lines. This line here got to come out. Take this line, I think, one of these two. Goes up there and get them out of the way where I can get to the pump, and then I got to try to loosen up the injectors up in here. Try to loosen them lines up to where I can let them flop down out of the way. Well, that's my plan. I'm just gonna try to do it and see how it comes out. Okay, I got the throttle cable off and the shut-off cable off, the throttle rod and the shut-off cable, and got the supply line and the return line, and I blocked them both off so I don't get dirt in them. Now I got to try to loosen this up here and get these all loosened up to where I'm gonna have to get this one out of the way. And I'm gonna try to just pull these up out of the way and push them back out of the way to where I can slide this pump head back, hopefully. So that's my plan. I'm just working at it here just to keep up to date with what I'm doing. Okay, I got all the lines loose. All the lines are loose. I got them loose up above up here. I had to make a special wrench to get that far one, that one there loose. I had to cut it and weld it and fix it to where it would come loose. But there's my wrench, if you can see it. Let's see. I cut it in two, bent it with heat and welded it back, and had to bend it up there too. Anyway, I got everything loose now. I just got to get the pump head loose and try to slide it back. I got all my injectors loosened up with lines so I can move them around. So that's the next thing, is to get this pump head slipped back if I can. Okay, I had to take the top of the pump off. Took those two nuts off those bolt studs sticking up there and removed the top. There's a spring that's connected this little piece back here, and so that's gonna be fun to put back on. I'll probably have to take a piece out of the top of the pump and hook it back up, but I got to get this. I can't remember what it's called there, but I got to get that out in order to pull this head off. So gotta have the pump tore all down time to get done. But anyway, that's what it looks like right now. I got the bolts out of the pump, 3 bolts out of the pump head back here. There's one under there, and one over on the other side. One over on the other side over there, one underneath, and one up here. Okay, had to take this out. It comes out of that hole right there. Gonna take a little nut loose there, a little bolt, and these 2 studs got to come out. And there's a little clip thing there that hooks onto it. You got to knock them over, and I had to take a real thin screwdriver and get in there to break them over where I could get the socket down on there. It locks it so it won't turn. So you got to do that. So. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna see if I can get this out of here. I don't know if I'm ready or not. I think so. Okay, I got these pliers on here. I'm working it. I'm gonna try to work it back out of here. Well, I'm going to put the pliers down, put the camera down and see if I can move it backwards, but it's loose. It's just got to come back. So once I get it back out there, then I'll show you again. Okay, I wanted to show you. I got to move back a little bit. You see the O-ring? Right there's the O-ring. So I've got to move back. It's hard to tell there. So I got to scoot on back. Pump's draining. So anyway, gotta come on back with it, son. Okay, I got it worked out of there with pliers and just moving it back and forth and putting some WD-40 on it. And there's the pump head right there. There's the O-ring that I think's leaking. Looks pretty flat looking to me. Been in there a long time, I'm sure. Anyway, I'm gonna replace that ring, O-ring, and I might probably ought to replace these washers on these. They got sealing washers on these lines here. Probably should replace them while I got it out. So I'll think about that. So anyway, just wanted to let you see what this head looks like, and there's the pump in there, and it goes in there like that. Up in there and slides up in. I slid it out there, so it's got 3 bolts holding it in, and it's got that this piece here, I forget what it's called. It's got something to do with your fuel throttle response. So anyway, just wanted to show you what it looks like up inside there if I can. There's a shaft in there, and it can only go on one way. There's one slot in there that's bigger than the rest of them. Can't really see it. I think it might be on the, I don't know. But anyway, it can only go in there one way. It'll be in time when you put it back in. So anyway, that's what it looks like. There's 3 holes where the screws came out to hold it in. So just wanted to show you that. Okay, I put the head back in there. I stuck it back in there and put it in by hand and got it started, and had to line up the big slot in the shaft with the gear, and it slipped in there, and I put some 2-stroke motor oil on it. It's pretty slippery, and I think it helped it some, and I just worked it up in there, and I got it up, and I got this. I started this nut first. I worked it with a pair of pliers around until I got it lined up here, and got this one started. Now I've got the other 2 to put in on the other sides. I got this one lined up, so hopefully those will go in easy. So I'm gonna try to put them in next. I put new sealing washers on this. I had a kit, that had the washers. So anyway, I'm gonna put the next 2 bolts in, hopefully, and put new washers on them, and hopefully that'll have the head back on there, and then I'll just start putting the top of the pump back together, and hopefully it's gonna go good. Hope.